What if Order 66 caused a clone civil war? Let's explore the depths of it in the video. Before we begin, shout out to our channel members who voted on this video on Discord. The Discord link is in the description. And a moment of recognition for our top tier channel Sith Lords. Sith Lord 609, Lux, a unique name people are inspired by, Elizabeth Calvert, Danish Dragon, Captain PD0, Truest Man, and Will Moore.
We must move quickly. The Jedi are relentless. If they are not all destroyed, it will be civil war without end.
And Palpatine is right. This is the only opportunity Anakin and him have to consolidate power within the Republic. With the Jedi confronting and losing to the Chancellor, they've invited all-out war. He sends Anakin to the Jedi Temple with one goal: wipe out all the Jedi there. Anakin takes a battalion of clones and sets out to do Palpatine's bidding. Conveniently, Palpatine has a plan, one over 10 years in the making. His secret weapon, the clones.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
The order goes out to every clone commander in the galaxy, but things do not go according to plan for the Emperor. On Utapau, Commander Cody receives the call from the Emperor.
Commander Cody, the time has come. Execute Order 66.
Yes, my lord. It will be done.
The transmission ends. As soon as it does, something clicks within Cody. The world stops for a moment. His vision goes cross-eyed, as if the world is spinning. Then everything goes black.
Commander! Commander! You! I need a medic here, stat!
When Commander Cody wakes up, the fighting has stopped, and he's surrounded by his troopers and Obi-Wan.
Cody, are you all right? I'm not sure. I received a transmission from the Chancellor. He said something about Order 66. For a moment, it felt like I was in a dream. I wasn't in control, and for some reason, I wanted to kill the Jedi. Then a moment later, everything went black. I don't know what's come over me. Kill the Jedi? From the Chancellor?
This isn't good. Obi-Wan has no idea what this means. Was this an isolated incident, or perhaps some grand plan? By saying one word, the Chancellor was able to make his command turn on him, and by some miracle, he snapped out of it.
Don't worry, Cody. We'll figure this out. In the meantime, rest. You there. Get the soldiers ready to leave.
There's no time to waste. Obi-Wan understands the possible magnitude of what just happened. Just as he's about to call for the council to be adjourned, he gets a call from Master Yoda.
Master Kenobi, glad to see you're safe, I am.
Safe? Master Yoda, what's going on?
Meet, we must. Coordinates I am sending you. For you and your clones.
On Mygeeto, Ki-Adi-Mundi is not as lucky as Obi-Wan. When Commander Bakara receives the order and relays it to his clones, the commander looks to the left and right of him and nods to the clones around him. Commander Bakara steps forward, blaster lowered, but eyes locked on Ki-Adi. Clones exchange uncertain glances. Tension like static fills the air. Not all follow him, and the second he raises his blaster to Ki-Adi, the other clones raise their blasters at him.
Stand down, soldier. Order 66 is in full effect, and you know what that means. I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds like you're ready to commit treason and attack General Mundi. Treason? The treason is letting them live. Jedi are traitors to the Republic. It came from the Chancellor himself. And since when do we attack our own Bakara? Since when do we shoot the man who saved our lives time and time again? All on the word of the Chancellor. You think I want this? You think this order doesn't gut me? But we're soldiers. We follow orders. That's what we were made for. No. We were made to fight for the Republic, not tear it apart. Not gun down our generals like back alley thugs.
Several clones shift uneasily. A few more raise their weapons at each other. Lines are being drawn.
I won't say it again, soldier. Lay your weapons down. I can't. Not for this. Not for murder.
General Mundi suddenly turns around, realizing the infighting going on, and rushes in to mediate the situation.
Stop this! There must be a mistake. Bakara, talk to me. What order are you referring to?
Order 66, General. Classified protocol. Execute all Jedi. You're compromised.
That's madness. I've served the Republic all my life. I've bled for it. You know this.
He was never the enemy. But you, all of you, you're becoming everything we trained to fight against. It seems you lot are compromised as well.
Silence. Blasters raise. And then, chaos. The first shot is fired. Clones on both sides shout, scream, and open fire. Brothers fall. Brothers fire back. Red bolts cut through the icy haze of Mygeeto. Explosions ring out in the distance. Kiadi ignites his saber, deflecting a few shots, trying to protect the loyal clones.
Get behind cover! I can shield you!
But it's too late. A shot from the flank. A clone whose chip did not fail tears through his back. He stumbles. More bolts strike. He collapses to one knee, then to the ground. His saber rolls from his hand. Bakara looks on, torn. The clone who was defending him rushes over, only to be shot as well.
I'm sorry, General.
Kiadi's eyes flutter, one final breath escaping as the light in his saber fades out. On Mygeeto, the civil war has begun. The skies over Caeda Nemoidia are a blur of cloud-streaked lanes and towering arch bridges of the Nemoidian cities. Plo Koon's Jedi interceptor cruises through the misted sky, escorting a light transport carrying clone troopers.
We're coming upon approach to the northern garrison, sir. All's quiet.
Steady Thrash. Let's not mistake silence for safety.
Captain Jag, execute Order 66.
Jag simply nods. He breaks off from Plo Koon and gets in position behind him to fire upon his cruiser. He fires a shot at Plo Koon that narrowly misses, and suddenly, Jag's fighter jolts violently.
Something's inside my head.
Just like Commander Cody, something clicks within Jag. A switch. The world stops for a moment. Everything is spinning, and Jag passes out just the same. Plo has no idea what's happening. One moment his soldier is firing at him, the next he sees his fighter is going down.
Jag, pull up! Pull up!
But it's too late. A good omen at that. The fighter explodes in a plume of fire and metal against the rocky cliffside. Plo Koon lands his own ship beside the wreck, rushing into the smoke. He finds Jag's burnt-out helmet and kneels by the crumpled clone body. He places a hand gently over the man's chest.
May the Force guide you, brother.
Thoughts run through Plo's mind. He tries to wrap his head around the situation but can't make any sense of it. Why had his starfighter failed mid-attack? Why had Jag lost consciousness just as he fired? Why did he fire to begin with? Something was terribly wrong. The Force trembled. He flew his fighter toward the northern garrison, the closest Republic outpost, nestled between two of the bridge cities spanning the vast Nemoidian valleys. But as he neared the Durasteel gates, blaster fire echoed through the canyon. The smell of ozone and burning plastic filled the air as he entered through the shattered gates. Clones were shouting over comms, taking cover, opening fire, not on separatists, on each other.
Good soldiers follow orders. He's gone mad. He just shot Sergeant Bolt in the back.
Through the chaos, Commander Wolf emerges from a blast door, helmet off, breathing heavily, blood on his temple. He spotted Plo Koon and widened his eyes. Plo ignited his saber just in time to deflect a blaster bolt aimed at his head.
There's the Jedi. Get him.
No! Hold your fire. Stand down, soldier. That's General Plo.
But more clones poured in, acting like puppets on a broken string. Plo raised his blade, the blue hum casting light against the steel walls as more blaster fire screamed towards him. He deflected 2 bolts back into the walls, then force pushed a third trooper who had taken aim from an upper walkway.
Something's taken hold of them. It's not just confusion. This is something else.
Commander Wolf dropped beside him, panting and gripping his DC-17 blaster pistols.
Sir, it's not just panic. Some of them changed. Instantly. They shouted about Jedi betrayal. Some of them don't even recognize us anymore.
What about the rest?
Half the garrison refused. They're holding the barracks. But they're surrounded.
Another blast rocked the base, shaking Durasteel support beams loose. Plo steadied himself, then turned to Wolf.
Then we go to them. Rally what's left of your command. We hold this base, or we lose Caeda Nemoidia.
Wolf nodded and opened a comm.
Sinker, boost. I need your location. Meet at the north hangar. Bring everyone you've got.
Copy. We're holding the fuel depot, but taking heavy fire. We'll find our way to you.
We buy them time.
With his cloak fluttering behind him, Plo Koon charged into the corridor. Wolf followed close behind, directing the remaining clones still loyal to the Jedi. The halls were a killing field, red and blue bolts flashing like lightning, walls scorched and bodies lining the walkways. Plo deflected a barrage, then reached out with the force and yanked a traitor clone's rifle from his hands, pulling the man to the ground. Another clone raised his weapon at point-blank range, but before he could fire, Boost tackled him from behind.
You picked the wrong day to forget who your general is.
As the firefight pushed into the hangar, Plo lifted a damaged walker off a group of pinned loyalists with a strain of effort and dropped it onto 2 advancing clones.
This madness must end.
Finally, the forces met in the center of the base. Sinker's squad burst through the side corridor, pushing the rogue clones back toward the command deck. Brothers fought brothers. Helmeted faces turned on those they trained with. Screams of confusion and betrayal echoed off the walls, until there was only a few clones who obeyed Order 66 left. The Loyalists have them surrounded, but Plo Koon puts up a hand and force pulls their weapons away.
No more death. Soldiers, why are you doing this?
The Jedi betrayed us. The Chancellor gave us the order.
Betrayed you? Have we not fought side by side, protecting one another's lives? One simple order from the Chancellor was enough to make you all decide I was a traitor.
Your snake tongue and lies won't save you, Jedi. Even if we fail this mission, the other clones will succeed.
Plo had heard enough. This clone wasn't making any sense. The ramifications of this were significant. If the Chancellor gave out an order to kill the Jedi, their worst fears must have been realized. The Chancellor must be the Sith Lord they were looking for. Plo makes his way toward the central holo terminal and activates the long-range comms array to contact Master Yoda.
Master Plo, safe you are. Relieved I am.
My clones turned on me, Master. Luckily, not all of them. They say Chancellor Palpatine gave them an order to destroy the Jedi.
No time there is, Master Plo. Meet at the rendezvous point. All surviving Jedi will. Coordinates I am sending you. Bring your remaining clones, you must.
We'll be there.
The transmission cuts out. Plo turns to his men, bruised, wary, but alive.
Prep the transports. We move at once. The war isn't over. It's changed, and we must change with it.
The surviving clone troopers saluted, the shadow of battle still behind their eyes, but purpose rising again. Above the broken northern garrison, the Neimoidian skies roared, smoke coiling into the clouds as the fractured army of the Republic began its next chapter. Thunder rolls in the distance. The skyline of Coruscant burnt faintly at its edges as smoke trails rise from scattered skirmishes. Inside the Chancellor's private sanctum, now reshaped into a Sith stronghold, Anakin Skywalker kneels before Darth Sidious, the black robes of the Sith shadowing his golden eyes.
Rise, Lord Vader.
Anakin stands, his armor scorched, a fresh scar across his brow.
The Separatist Council is no more. Mustafar is secure. As for the temple, every Jedi we found was eliminated, but some escaped.
Palpatine turns slowly, hands clasped behind his back, staring through the panoramic viewport at the city below.
Who? Shak Ti for certain. Others perhaps. We found signs of tampering in the archives. Someone issued a silent beacon, warning Jedi not to return.
Palpatine's lips curl slightly. He turns, face unreadable.
And the clones? A quarter of them refused to comply. Here, in the capital. If it happened here, then across the galaxy.
Yes, I've noticed the silence.
He walks to the holotable and brings up a rotating display of clone unit signals, some blinking red, others ominously dark.
Commander Wolf, silent on Cato Neimoidia. Commander Cody, no response from Utapau. Commander Gree, Kashyyyk, vanished. Captain Gray, Kala, signal lost mid-transmission.
He waves his hand and the display vanishes.
No matter. Let them scatter. They are dust now. We consolidate.
Master, what forces do we still hold?
Your 501st, still loyal, minus the 332nd remnants from Mandalore, the Coruscant Guard, the 21st Galactic Marines from Mygeeto, the 327th Star Corps from Felucia, the 91st Recon Corps from Sarukami, and the 13th Iron Battalion is en route from Bracca. The core remains intact. The body endures, even if the fingers twitch.
Palpatine steps closer now, his voice lowering.
The Jedi will come. Not all, but enough. They will rally. They will strike. Coruscant will be their prize.
Then we hold the line. We crush them. All of them.
Palpatine places a hand on his shoulder, soft and serpent-like.
And what of Lady Amidala?
Anakin's posture shifts slightly.
She returned from the hospital yesterday. She's safe. The twins are healthy.
Twins? Yes. Yes, the Force moves in curious ways. Very good, my apprentice.
Very good indeed.
But Master, my visions have changed. They come less frequently now. But now I see the Jedi killing her. Different Jedi every time. They even take my children.
My boy, there's only one fix for that. Action.
He begins to walk toward the shadows of a stone chamber flanked by ancient Sith relics.
Come. If we are to face the last fire of the Jedi Order and prevent your wife and children's demise, we must prepare you fully in the ways of the dark side.
Anakin follows, the doors hissing shut behind them as thunder rumbles louder. The once silent halls of Paulus Massa now hum with urgent activity. In a carved-out meeting room deep within the asteroid base, a gathering of survivors sits around a circular table. There are no chairs, only warriors and generals, Jedi and clone commanders. Master Yoda stands at the head. Beside him, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Plo Koon, Luminara Undalai, Depa Billaba, Ahsoka Tano, and Quinlan Vos. Behind them are their trusted clone officers, the ones whose inhibitor chips malfunctioned or were removed after Order 66. Hollow projections flicker in the center, displaying sectors of the galaxy. Large swaths glow red. The Empire's reach, blue pockets are few, fading.
Gathered we are, the last of us, known.
If there are others, they're scattered, deep in hiding, maybe lost.
Then we must proceed as if we are alone. The longer we hesitate, the stronger the Emperor becomes.
Our forces are fragmented. Half battalions. Ships barely repaired. We're not ready for open war.
But war has found us. My clones would not harm me, but others do not have the same fortune. We cannot remain in the shadow forever.
How many are we?
Counting survivors from Kashyyyk, Salukami, Kala, Utapau, Nemoidia, and the Temple's off-world deployments, just under 20,000 clones. Half of what the Empire still controls.
There's a moment of grim silence.
Fewer we are, but not broken.
Suddenly, the blast doors hiss open. A cloaked figure limps inside, supported by two clone troopers with blue striped armor. Her leku are singed, her robe torn.
I made it.
Master T.
Escaped the temple. Just barely. A handful of clones refused to fire. They helped us escape through the lower halls. Most of the Jedi, the younglings, didn't make it.
The temple was sacred. This is unforgivable.
But if you had clones on your side, with a temple full of Jedi, how did they all perish?
It was slaughter. Precise. Coordinated. The clones did not act alone. They had help.
Who?
It was Anakin.
Gasps fill the room. Obi-Wan takes a slow step back. Ahsoka's mouth opens in disbelief. Plo Koon's eyes close. Yoda lowers his head.
I saw him. He cut down Jedi like they were separatists. He walked through the flames as if they meant nothing.
On Mandalore, Maul tried to warn me. He said it was his master's plan all along, that he'd been created to bring down the Jedi, but that Sidious found someone better. Anakin. I didn't believe it. I couldn't.
Yoda turns to her slowly.
Maul. Dangerous he is, but lies he may not have told.
We have him. He's in containment. We've been keeping him sedated since Ahsoka brought him in from Mandalore.
Then it's time we questioned him.
Maul sits in containment, eyes narrowed, mouth curled into a familiar sneer. His bindings glow red with energy suppressors. He senses them before the door opens.
So, the Jedi live. Fewer now, I assume.
The Jedi Masters enter. Yoda, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and Vos take the lead.
We want the truth.
I've always told the truth, Kenobi. It's not my fault you never listened.
You said it was Sidious's plan all along. To use Anakin.
Of course. Skywalker was always the prize. The boy was powerful. Too powerful for my old master to stand idly by. Sidious corrupted him. I only pieced it together when it was too late. I only wanted to kill him to spare you the empire you now face. Then help us stop it. I will. But I don't do charity.
The Jedi exchange glances.
I hope you bring down the Sith, and in return, freedom. When the dust settles, I walk. I vanish. You'll never see me again.
We can't trust him.
Trust him we do not. But use him we must.
The Jedi Council stands gathered around a galactic map of the core worlds. The newly formed Jedi Council discuss strategy. Around them, clone officers loyal to the Jedi stand guard.
We control less than a third of the systems in the Inner Rim. If we push too hard, Palpatine will consolidate his troops to fortify the core.
Which is exactly why we strike the Mid-Rim. Disrupt the supply chains. Force him to spread thin.
And if he doesn't, we risk open war across half the galaxy. And we don't have the numbers for that yet.
Reckless, a full attack would be. But decisive, our moves must be.
What about Colt? We take the shipyards, and we have leverage.
Then we draw his fleet away from Coruscant. Let him think we're staging a siege. Meanwhile, we retake the deep core slowly, one world at a time.
Suddenly, the doors open with a hiss. C-3PO walks in hurriedly, waving his arms nervously.
Oh, pardon the intrusion, Masters, but the Senator insists on speaking with you immediately.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but this couldn't wait.
With her are two small floating strollers. The moment briefly softens. A soft infant coo escapes the quiet chamber. Obi-Wan freezes. Ahsoka blinks. Plo Koon steps slightly forward.
Are those?
Yes. Their names are Luke and Leia.
A moment passes. The implication lands. Obi-Wan's voice is low.
I'm so sorry for how this has happened, Padme. Are they Anakin's?
They are.
He never told me.
We didn't tell anyone. Not even Obi-Wan. We knew it needed to be secret. But I see we were wrong. The mess this created. Anakin, he's not the same. Colder. A shell of a man I once knew. I can't sit idly by while Palpatine manipulates him in whichever direction he pleases.
We understand, Padme. But Anakin, he's done terrible things. I'm not sure we can pull him back from the depths of darkness he's in.
Silence. Yoda closes his eyes in thought, but says nothing. The others quietly acknowledge the moment and move on.
I came because Coruscant is preparing for something. Palpatine has ordered all loyal battalions back to Coruscant. They're preparing for a siege. I overheard him saying it myself.
Then we were right. He's expecting us.
If we move now, we can control Brantal 4 and Chandrila. That pins him between the colonies and the core.
Use those systems to funnel his fleets. Trap them on our terms.
A trap. Dangerous it is, but necessary it may be.
The strollers let out another soft cry. Leia stirs, and Ahsoka kneels beside them, placing a calming hand over the crib's edge.
They deserve to grow up in peace. That means we have to win this war.
Agreed. Prepare we must. Strike we will. Not in anger, but in balance.
Then we begin. Operation Outer Ring. Cut off his flanks before we strike at the heart.
The Jedi make their move. Fleet formations shift and take off. Operation Outer Ring is underway. Chandrila falls within hours. Local sympathizers rise up against the thinned Imperial garrisons. Brantal 4 holds longer, but a precision strike by Yoda and Master Undalai cracks its defenses. The core is tightening, just as planned. In the void between the Mid-Rim and core worlds, orbiting the industrial world of Anaxis, a Republic remnant Jedi fleet lies in wait as bait. On Coruscant, Palpatine looms over the galactic display. Red dots mark the Jedi advances. Blue dots mark Imperial holdouts. Anakin stands beside him, cloaked in new armor reminiscent of Vader's future silhouette. A Cortosis helmet on his head. Palpatine's advanced training.
They believe they have the advantage. Overconfidence. A Jedi trait.
Brantal and Chandrila were never vital, but they'll force our hand if they push toward an axis.
Then let them. We will meet them with fire and discipline. Prepare the 501st. You will lead them, my apprentice.
Anakin bows.
As you wish, my master.
Jedi forces begin their landing operations. Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Voss, and Depa Billaba command the charge. Yoda, Plo Koon, Shakti, and Luminara remain behind to coordinate reinforcements. All seems well for a moment. From hyperspace, a thunderous wave of Star Destroyers tear into orbit. The 501st, the 13th Iron Battalion, and 21st Nova Corps descends in perfect Imperial formation. Anakin Skywalker, cloaked in sleek black robes, his eyes sunken with power, steps onto the field flanked by loyalist clone commanders.
I want the Jedi alive. The civilians unharmed. This ends today.
A massive ground battle erupts. Blue and red plasma fills the air. The Jedi form their lines.
It's him. He's here.
From the smoke emerges Anakin Skywalker, hooded, lightsaber ignited.
You should have stayed hidden.
You should have stayed who you were.
They clash. Sabers blaze. Anakin's blade crashes into Voss's. His speed is unnatural, fueled by rage and Sidious's teachings. Voss tries to hold out, but is overwhelmed as Anakin sends red Sith lightning at him. The smell of burnt leather and skin in the air as Anakin blasts him back into a wall, unconscious. Depa jumps in, her movements flowing, only to be caught in a force choke mid-spin and hurled into the dirt. Her saber extinguishes. Only Obi-Wan and Ahsoka remain. The sky darkens as battle rages across the valley. Ahsoka tries to reach him.
You don't have to do this, Anakin. You're fighting the wrong war. Palpatine is just using you.
You turned her against me. You took my children. And now, you'll face what you created.
Anakin, we didn't take them. Padme came to us. She's safe. They're safe. You still have a choice.
Anakin, we would never hurt Padme or your children. You're not thinking clearly. Liar. I see clearer than ever. I see who my enemies are. Anakin, Emperor Palpatine is evil. He's manipulating you. Even Padme sees it. He's the only one who's never betrayed me.
I know there's still good in you, Anakin. I won't give up on you.
Then you'll die with the rest of them.
He surges with rage, forcing both back. He's stronger, faster, brutal. Just as Anakin begins his attack, a sudden volley of blaster fire tears into the side of the battlefield. Black armored soldiers with crimson visors, underworld syndicate enforcers, swarm into the canyon. Maul emerges through the smoke, double-bladed saber ignited.
Skywalker, the sins of the master fall upon the apprentice.
The tide turns. With Maul's army joining the Jedi, Imperial clone forces begin to fall back. Anakin's assault is stalled. Panic ripples through the Imperial ranks. But far above, in orbit, Palpatine watches.
So, the rats reveal themselves. Excellent.
He enters a landing craft. Moments later, the skies darken. Lightning splits the heavens as the Emperor arrives. With him, the full force of the Coruscant Guard. Red-clad elite troopers repel into the canyon. He throws off his robes and descends into battle, his yellow eyes glowing like fire. The pieces are in place. The battle is set. Yoda, Plo Koon, Shakti, and Luminara intercept him.
Come, Jedi. Show me why your order fell.
At an end your rule is, and not short enough it was.
He unleashes a force shriek, a sonic, dark wave that stuns the Jedi. Before anyone can react, he hurls his saber forward like a dart, impaling Shakti through the chest. She gasps and collapses.
No!
Luminara charges, twin sabers spinning, but Sidious is faster. He twists through the air, cutting her down in a brutal flourish. Sidious grins.
Pathetic. Is that all you Jedi have to offer?
Plo and Yoda engage him in tandem. Blue and green sabers swirl against crimson lightning. The earth spills beneath them. Plo Koon ducks under a crimson arc of lightning, rolling beside Yoda as the two Jedi Masters unleash years of experience. Plo's saber movements are precise, graceful, a storm in discipline. Yoda flips, spinning through the air like a humming green firefly, striking from impossible angles. Palpatine's laughter echoes through the valley, distorted by the storm above.
Your devotion to balance is weakness. Power is the only truth the galaxy respects.
Plo is blasted backwards by a surge of energy, bones cracking as he hits a jagged boulder. He groans, but rises again, bloodied.
And your power will be your downfall.
Palpatine hurls his saber at both Jedi, twin crimson blades spiraling like saws. Yoda catches one midair with the Force, spinning it aside. The other slashes across Plo's shoulder. He collapses to one knee, barely conscious. Sidious lunges for the kill, but Yoda intercepts him mid-strike. Their sabers crash. The force between them ripples like gravity made visible.
Fail you will, for together we stand.
Obi-Wan and Ahsoka are losing ground. Anakin's strikes are relentless. His power has evolved into something terrifying. Each swing of his saber forces them back. Maul parries with him briefly, enough to give Obi-Wan room to breathe.
You think you're the heir to Sidious. You're just the next puppet waiting to be discarded.
Anakin flings Maul aside with the Force like a rag doll. Maul slams into a starship hull and doesn't rise again. Anakin turns back to Ahsoka.
You never understood me. None of you did.
I loved you, Anakin. Like a brother. That's why I won't strike you down.
And that's why I must.
Their sabers clash in a flurry. For the first time, Obi-Wan uses his full strength. He's not just defending anymore. He's fighting with pain, love, and the knowledge of what Anakin must be stopped from becoming. Ahsoka joins in, their sabers weaving in tandem. An old master and his Padawan's Padawan are united in one final effort. Anakin falters. Just for a moment, the rage in his eyes dims. A flicker of the man he was appears.
Anakin, look at me. You're a father. Padme still believes in you. Your children need you.
Anakin freezes. Visions flash. Luke, Leia, Padme smiling, Padme dying. He screams. An enormous force shockwave explodes from him, sending Ahsoka flying and burying Obi-Wan in debris. All goes silent. Back atop the ridgeline, Palpatine knocks Yoda off his feet, but before he can land a fatal blow, he freezes. His eyes go wild. Something in the Force has shifted. He turns, sensing Anakin's pain and doubt.
No, not now. Not him.
A bloodied Obi-Wan emerges, limping forward. Behind him, Ahsoka staggers to her feet. Anakin stands alone in the center of the battlefield, trembling, his saber lowered. Obi-Wan walks forward slowly.
Anakin, this is your chance. End this. Let go.
Silence. Then, Anakin drops his saber. The battlefield stills. All across the canyon, clone troopers on both sides hesitate. Even Palpatine falters in disbelief.
No.
He raises his hands to strike, but it's Anakin who moves first, at a speed nobody has ever seen before. In one fluid motion, he draws the saber to him with the Force, ignites it, and plunges it through Sidious's chest. Lightning erupts in every direction. The Emperor strikes, howling like a dying star, before exploding into a wave of darkness that ripples across the canyon and fades. The storm clears. The sky lightens. Maul is gone. The remaining Imperial forces surrender. The Jedi stand exhausted but alive. Anakin kneels, breathing heavily. Obi-Wan approaches him, wary, but not hostile.
What now?
Anakin looks to the sky.
I don't know.
Coruscant. 6 months later. The Senate chambers have been rebuilt. The Empire has fallen. A new republic rises from its ashes, not one ruled by fear, but guided by Jedi and citizens alike. Anakin Skywalker is not celebrated, and barely forgiven, mainly due to Padme becoming the new chancellor. His path forward remains uncertain. He resides in seclusion, watched over by Padme, Ahsoka, and his children. Yoda retires, living in quiet console on Naboo. Plo Koon, wounded but alive, trains a new generation of Jedi as Grand Master, with Obi-Wan as his right hand. The clones, freed from their chips, are finally seen not as weapons, but as heroes with names, not numbers. In the Jedi Temple ruins, a garden now grows. In the center, 2 young children. 1 boy, 1 girl, run beneath the sunlight. Luke and Leia. That's our theory. The Star Wars universe is a galaxy filled with exciting stories and possibilities, and we love exploring them. If you'd like to join us on this journey to a galaxy far, far away, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.